Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Rndr, FET and Injective price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. Let's take a look at Rndr, what is doing after this W, and we're looking at an X here potentially, and then wave Y, or potential A, B, and a C as well, to finish exactly on the FIP time 0.618 starting from April 2026. That means we are very close, and we're getting closer and closer to an end for this red bear market. And we might see, of course, one final low here, one final drop as well for Rndr. That it might be, of course, here finishing up as a structure into possibilities. The first possibility is the wave Y, of course, because we are WX and Y potentially here. The wave Y has to be, of course, an A, B, and a C, potentially ending diagonal. The wave C is finishing 5 waves, and that means, of course, you might still get a diagonal there to finish an A, B, and a C. As the wave B is there, the wave C is a diagonal. Another possibility for the wave Y can be also an A, B, and a C, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, which is very deep impulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, finishing a zigzag there. And that means that can be even internally a W, X, and a Y as well. Very rare case to get, of course, W, X, and Y in a wave Y. Very rare, but so far it can be possible. Otherwise, it gives higher possibility here for the wave C, as, of course, diagonal, that it can be finishing, of course, something as also 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. We might get even truncation in a wave C as a diagonal. Yeah, so this is what I'm looking for Rndr. Now, if Rndr is gonna push really impulsive as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, meaning taking the wick and lower, that is, yeah, very, I would say a little bit far if you compare it with other coins right now. They don't have all this gap. Yeah, and all this gap to push for lower. Therefore, I doubt it. I think that it might be finishing here as something as simply wave 5 as diagonal, probably taking the time, and the fib level as well can be 1-to-1. But we'll see, guys. So far, it looks for me as an impulse. If we dive inside it, we can see on the 2 hours chart here for Rndr, we are looking at this impulse in double 1-2. So we have 1-2, 1-2, and then wave 3, and then wave 4 has finished almost in the perfect target, and then, of course, pushing for lower. Don't forget as well that this can be, don't forget the diagonal 1, 2, 3, and this is a very short wave 4, meaning the final wave 5 can be also for the diagonal over there unfolding, because it took only the uncommon target 0.23, but I doubt it. I think this is much more possible as double 1, 2, 3, and then of course 4 and a 5 to finish up. Can be even double 1, 2 means that you might still have, of course, another 4, 5, and that means, of course, after finishing this wave 5, 4 and a 5 again. Can be. On the 1 hour chart, you can see clearly, in case we are in ABC and this wave C is a 1, 2, 3, wave 4 unfolding here, and especially that it looks like sideways, honestly, and very noisy, which is a perfect triangle here. So A, B, and a C somehow, but I would say it's a W, X, and a Y, because you took the high at the end. So very confusing market here, and complex, but definitely it has ended up as W, X, and a Y, or A, B, and a C. This is your ABC there for wave B. Yeah. And this is a wave C unfolding as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Now, be careful, of course, the invalidation for this impulse, in case we are in a 1, 2, 3, wave 4, 1.35. Yeah, $1.35 can be, of course, the invalidation here, meaning if you take this high, that means, of course, it's not allowed the wave 4 to interfere with the zone 1. That means, of course, simply bearish. Okay. However, if this is an impulse, of course, as a wave 1, and this is a wave 2, very likely to transform to wave 2, because it went out of the triangle for a reason. Yeah, for a reason, and that means, of course, this reason, because wave 2 is not allowed to be a triangle, only 3 waves, and that means can be a wave 2 here, and wave 3, 4, and a 5, which honestly I see it as highest possibility. the invalidation might be taken. Okay, most of the market is still bearish and still looking for low. So also Rndr can be one of them, definitely. And on the macro level, we see that we still need, of course, one more low, right? So that's the thing. So yeah, we're gonna see, of course, what's gonna happen with Rndr, but lower prices are expected. Still, FET as well. We're gonna see FET on the 4-hour chart, the same as, of course, finished a triangle wave X or a wave B here. We are looking for a wave C or a wave Y. Now, much more higher possibility it is a wave C, because, well, I see kind of like a 1, 2, 3, 4 can be already there, and wave 5 unfolding there to take the wick by a diagonal. And that means, of course, your wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 can, of course, finish up here around the 1-to-1 fib level, can take the wick, or can be truncation. But I see it, of course, as a potential impulse there. In case it is a W, an X, and a wave Y, well, it is also a perfect zigzag. The zigzag still need to be finished, of course, on the 1-hour chart to finish a 1, 2, 1, 2, and wave 3, 4, and a 5, 4, and a 5, which is the same results at the end. Now, if we dive inside it here, we can see, of course, our confirmation and validation of bullish. You don't have any wave 3, 4. It went very deep, and this is what I'm talking about Rndr. So FET is ahead from Rndr. So invalidation of bullish, therefore, yes, we're dropping down, finished wave Y here, wave C with it, wave 4. Everything is, of course, clearer right now. We are pushing toward the downside, the last low for the market. Okay, 13 cents is expected at least for FET. Can, of course, overshoot it in a wick because it's gonna transform to aggressive a little bit, and then boom. Right, so this is exactly what I'm expecting from the crypto market to happen here. Something as a very strong V shape to repeat here, but this time it's gonna be much more stronger. Okay, it has happened somehow, but this time it's gonna be even very, very strong. We might push really, really aggressive and then pushing more aggressive. Yeah, so this is what I'm expecting from the crypto market to do very soon. Let's get ready for it, guys. So be careful and trade safe. So for Injective as well on the 4-hour chart here, we are looking after the wave B, obviously 3 waves corrective dropping from the top here, of course, and we have a wave B starting an impulse in 112. Wave 3, very clear. Wave 3, wave 4 in a triangle, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And of course, because we are expecting anyway a wave 4, you have 112, don't forget. Yeah, I'm expecting even, of course, a wave 4, and that's why you saw this aggressive move here from Injective. You have even 112 here, 3, 4, and a 5, and then 4 and a 5. So we were expecting this. However, we were expecting it, of course, to be a good impulse, but here it didn't unfold. It unfolded as a massive wave C directly with one candle, because what a crypto market. That's why, because okay, so basically the wave B is finished and end up over there. Yeah, so kind of like an A, B, and a C here, truncation, and you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 already for a wave C. No triangle, actually, it end up in a way. No one can expect this, guys. Yeah, no one can expect such a thing, and especially such a move. But basically, this was it. Yeah, 1-to-1 fib level taken from the A to the B to the C here, even a little bit higher. Let's see it there. Okay, here from the low, this low, the lowest low. So exactly 1-to-1. So yeah, it's done in 1 week. What a crazy market. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Currently, we are bearish again. Definitely, we are bearish. Nothing is going to continue as an impulse here. We're going to dive with another wave 5 here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. 4 and a 5, of course, to reach one more low for Injective. But this, you can consider it as preparation for the bull market. Okay, so one more low. Taking the wick again, or taking this wick, might unfold something very, very massive. Okay, so I'm very excited for this to see for the altcoin. It might be a bull run. It might be a significant rebound. Okay, significant rebound, of course, that means, yeah, it can expand for something much more bearish later on. And that means that in this case, of course, if in case we expand here something for higher again, it might, of course, have one more drop to finish exactly at the 1 to 1 fib level there, because the final drop, I think it's gonna hit the 0.618 somewhere here. Okay, guys, and then pushing massively toward the upside. But if it wants to annoy us again, of course, it's gonna significant rebound and then pushing one more low, yeah, making this a huge W, X, and a wave Y, something like this. But yeah, hopefully not, guys. Hopefully not. But anyway, I'm expecting a rebound, very massive, after one more low for the altcoins, guys. Before you leave, make sure to join our private Discord community. There you will get daily updates faster than YouTube, plus exclusive bonus trading signals for the gold, silver, Bitcoin, and stocks. You can also request one special technical analysis every day and get access even to our only members video on YouTube and also on Discord. And stay ahead, of course, with economic and political news that actually moves the market. And of course, we do regular Q&A sessions, so you can get your questions answered directly in the Discord. And of course, if you're serious about leveling your trading, the Discord link is below in the description and in the comments. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.